What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com. Here are my DFS picks for NBA Tuesday, March 29th. These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our new videos. In this video, I'm going to go over my top picks for today's NBA slate. And if you stick around to the very end of this video, we'll use the Draft Dashboard tools to make a DFS lineup using the picks we just made. Okay guys, we have a 5-game slate tonight. So let's take a look at the point guard position. So a stud pick here. I like Luka Doncic from the Dallas Mavericks playing the LA Lakers, who have the 3rd worst defense overall, give up the absolute most fantasy points to opposing point guards. We know Luka has 60 plus fantasy point upside. He's 11,400 DraftKings salary, 900 less on FanDuel. We know Luka Doncic is a stud, and I love this matchup. So I like Luka Doncic here versus the LA Lakers. Now, if you want to save some salary at the point guard position, both of these guys, Luka Doncic and Jalen Brunson, are both point guard and shooting guard eligible, and they're both from the Dallas Mavericks playing the LA Lakers. So both have a great matchup here tonight. Jalen Brunson has averaged 30.1 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 32 minutes per game with a 22% usage rate. He's projected at 28.7 fantasy points here tonight. That's just about 5 times value. He's 5,900 DraftKings salary, 400 more on FanDuel. Vegas thinks there's going to be 218.5 points scored in this game. I do think there's going to be more points scored than that. I think this is going to be a super high scoring game. I think this is a good game to stack. And Jalen Brunson has scored 44, 22, and 37 fantasy points in the last 3 games, playing 32, 30, and 29 minutes. So I like Jalen Brunson here versus the LA Lakers. Before I continue with the picks, I'm excited today because we added a new contest for everyone watching. If you want to enter the drawing for $25 PayPal, all you need to do is like this video, hit that subscribe button, and make a quick comment below to be entered into the drawing. We'll reply to a random comment and let you know that you won, and we'll send you $25 PayPal. So it's that easy, and we pick a new winner every Saturday and announce them in our video. So get your comment in now so I can add another entry for you. Okay, let's take a look at the shooting guard position. Oh, my mistake. Luka Doncic is only eligible at the point guard position on DraftKings. So I said he was point guard, shooting guard eligible. That's not true. Only eligible at the point guard position. But Jalen Brunson is point guard, shooting guard eligible. Anyways, moving on here. At the shooting guard position, here's a value play. High risk, high reward value play. But I think he's got some potential in this game. Take a look at Grayson Allen from the Milwaukee Bucks playing the Philadelphia 76ers, who have a good defense overall. They've been middle of the pack defending opposing shooting guards, also eligible at the small forward position. These dual position eligibilities, I mean, makes things kind of crazy. I honestly wish they just decided on one position for everyone. I think it would make it a lot easier. Guess it would make it harder to build lineups, but I just think it's silly that they're all eligible at 2 positions. But anyways, Grayson Allen has averaged 20.6 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 27 minutes per game with a 16% usage rate. He's projected at 19.7 fantasy points here tonight. I think he can score 21 fantasy points or more, get you 5 times value or more. And I found value was kind of hard to come by on this slate, barring any injuries that open up late. So Grayson Allen is only 4,100 DraftKings salary, Same price on FanDuel. Vegas thinks there's going to be 228.5 points scored in this game. And Grayson Allen has scored 12, 31, and 16 fantasy points in the last 3 games, playing 29, 28, and 23 minutes. So I know that's a little bit scary. Really, 3 out of his last 5 games, he didn't do that well. So only 2 out of his last 5 games would he have hit value. But the reason I think he's worth taking a chance on if you do need to save some salary and are looking for a value play is because he's playing almost 30 minutes the last couple of games. And in his last 3 games versus the Philadelphia 76ers, he scored 35, 33, and 28 fantasy points. So he could be an interesting sleeper pick. I'm sure his ownership is going to be low. Just think he could be an interesting sleeper pick, value play. So I like Grayson Allen as a high-risk, high-reward play here versus the Philadelphia 76ers. Okay, let's take a look at the small forward position. Now, although he is on a back-to-back, I like Zach Levine from the Chicago Bulls playing the Washington Wizards, who have a middle-of-the-pack defense overall. They're middle-of-the-pack defending opposing small forwards. Zach Levine has averaged 39.6 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 35 minutes per game with a 29% usage rate. He's projected at 40.8 fantasy points here tonight. That's 5 times value. He's 8,200 DraftKings salary, 400 less on FanDuel. Vegas thinks there's going to be 223 points scored in this game, and Zach Levine has scored 38, 33, and 51 fantasy points in the last 3 games, playing 36, 38, and 39 minutes. And he scored 33, 47, 49, 41, and 46 fantasy points in his last 5 games versus the Wizards. So 4 out of his last 5 versus the Wizards would have got you over 5 times value. So I like Zach Levine here versus the Washington Wizards.
Real quick, guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. You can try all of our DFS tools for all sports. You can try the Position Optimizer, where you can see the top players ranked for each position. And we added a new Player Trends tool, where you can see the top salary differences between FanDuel and DraftKings. It's a really good tool to help you pick out value for the site that you're playing on. Oh, and if you're tired of doing research every day, we just added a cheat sheet that shows hand-picked plays for the slate. No confusing stat lines, no headaches, just a simple cheat sheet that shows the absolute best players for your lineups.
Okay, let's take a look at the power forward position. Now, this is a play I really like. I really love this play, especially on DraftKings. I like Marvin Bagley from the Detroit Pistons playing the Brooklyn Nets, who have the 12th worst defense overall. They give up the 10th most fantasy points to opposing power forwards, also eligible at the center position. Marvin Bagley, now he's only averaged 23 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 24 minutes per game with a 20% usage rate, but take a look at his last 3 games. He scored 38, 37, and 25 fantasy points in his last 3 games, playing 35, 34, and 27 minutes. So if he's going to get 34 or 35 minutes in this game, he's only 5,600 DraftKings salary. He's 700 more on FanDuel. So I love that DraftKings price. And Vegas thinks there's going to be 230 points scored in this game. So I love this DraftKings play. I think he's probably a decent play on FanDuel, but he's just priced way too low on DraftKings. Great matchup. And if he's going to play over 30 minutes, he's got a chance to crush value here. So I like Marvin Bagley here versus the Brooklyn Nets. Okay, moving on to the center position. I like Andre Drummond from the Brooklyn Nets playing the Detroit Pistons, who have the 9th worst defense overall. They're middle of the pack defending opposing centers. Andre Drummond has averaged 25.3 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 19 minutes per game with a 19% usage rate. He's projected at 28.9 fantasy points here tonight. That's 5.2 times value. He's $5,500 DraftKings salary. He is $1,100 more on FanDuel, so I love that DraftKings price. We know Vegas thinks there's going to be 230 points scored in this game, and Andre Drummond has scored 53, 34, and 24 fantasy points in the last 3 games, playing 31, 17, and 26 minutes. Drummond is a point per minute monster, scoring an average of 1.34 fantasy points per minute. So if this guy can get, 25 to 30 minutes in this game, he should be able to crush value, especially on DraftKings. So I like Andre Drummond here versus the Detroit Pistons. Oh, real quick before you get out of here, if you want daily sports betting and player prop picks, we put a link to today's video with our NBA picks in the bottom of the description of this video. It's our new YouTube channel, so we would really appreciate it if you dropped a like on that video and subscribe to that new channel so it can help us get shown in the YouTube algorithm and you won't miss those daily NBA picks.
If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for this NBA slate. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again and good luck.